Mom's Roundtable. We got the boys together.
Welcome back.
We may not be the most handsome crew in the world, but we are all hogged out.
And Gillespie sporting one of the most deep-throatable lap hogs in this piece.
We call that the German house music right there.
It's true.
It's very true. Hogging it. This is Rank Disputes, wide receiver rank disputes. Check out the previous pod, running back rank disputes. We did our ranks. We're going off ECR. We're going to show you what their ECR is and then our biggest differences.
We're going to
yell at each other, dude. Yeah. I love it. We're not going to agree so much anymore.
The running backs won.
There's knives at the table.
It got a little heated. Somebody got shoved.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart.
I saw that. Brick killed a guy.
It was...
Yeah. Me and Nico are drinking. Let's cheers to that. It's his birthday tomorrow, by the way. Happy birthday.
Cheers.
This guy's not good enough, but we're being naughty.
No, I like this city. My balls, boys.
We're being naughty.
Feeling old and gray?
How old are you turning?
42. You?
I'll be 42 in 2 weeks.
I'm 23,
right
so
there.
I'm the young dude of the group. I just look like shit.
That's why we get along.
No, you look
so
good. You're trimming down.
I am trimming down. I look good. All right, we're getting into this wide receiver rank disputes. I do have a stat of the day for you.
Per use.
Involving Drake London. So this is ADP across multiple formats, okay? Different platforms.
Hello.
Here's how it goes. We're going to start with, I'm not going to give you the format. I'll put it up here.
Okay.
14, 18, 24, 28, and 35. That is his discrepancy in ADP.
Who? 35. What platform has him at
ESPN.
30? ESPN.
ESPN is all out of whack. Yahoo has 20. Of course, is 14, which is
So if they're that out of whack on London, then there has to be guys that they have ranked way too high there.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting that he is literally
By the way,
20 spots different.
The ESPN fantasy platform is atrocious. I don't know if you played on it, but
I do. It sucks.
Like
it.
to change your profile picture avatar, you have to put a link in. You can't just like upload an image. You have to put a link in, and it doesn't work 98% of it.
Sucks.
It's 2024.
ESPN just sucks in general. Sorry, ESPN.
Yeah.
They did just fire RG3.
You're gonna get the mouse coming after you.
Good, yeah, whatever. The little mouse. Yeah.
Boy.
You don't talk to me like that, you little piece of shit.
Whatever. RG3 actually was awful.
This is gonna get copyright
RG3,
struck.
Do you want to come on the show? We'll just talk about how
Yeah,
you suck.
RG3. No, I like RG3.
What?
Man. Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan.
Are you trying to diversify our
most of his
three white
takes.
dudes talking fantasy?
Most of his takes I disagreed with.
Get some cornrows up in this action. Oh man, censor that one. Okay, this is wide receiver rank disputes. I'm rapping now. Here's our first one. Malik Nabers. ECR is 23. Story has him at 11. I have him at 13. Nick O 26.
Why do you hate Malik Nabers?
What say you, Nick?
Tell us.
What say you?
Tell us why you hate Malik Nabers.
I like Malik Nabers as a player. I do not like
No,
the
you
New
don't.
York Giants and don't want to root for them in any shape, way, or form. And
So just don't
Nabers-
even listen to him because he's biased?
That's a personal.
That's mostly it. Like my ranks, my
he-
tiers.
did he bang
I
your
can- I
wife?
can get a little biased on him. No, not that I'm aware of. I don't think he frequents Elburn, but who
You never
knows?
know. There's a train station right there.
don't,
You can
yeah.
hop on the train, dude.
No, it's probably too low. I had a really hard time with receiver rankings. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of guys I like. There's a lot of guys I can move a number of spots one way or the other and still be perfectly fine with it and not argue against
Well,
it.
I'll give you your defense here.
Neighbors
You're at
should
26. You're at 26. ECR is 23. So actually, we're the ones that are weird. And Story, give him the spiel, man.
Tell me how good Danny Dimes is.
Danny Dimes can play football. I've seen him throw a
He has
football
the
once or
ball.
twice. I don't care about that. I don't care. Like, you can get the ball anywhere in the vicinity of Malik Nabers, and he's going to bring it down. If Marvin Harrison Jr. was not in this class, Malik Nabers would be the highest drafted rookie wide receiver of all time. That's just a fact, because he was absolutely dominant in the SEC. He's got measurables that are just prototypical for a wide receiver one. He's fast. He's dominant on the field. Outstanding route runner. And Danny Dimes can throw the football. Like I
saw him do it one
And
day.
no. Here's the biggest thing:
To
is
earn a contract.
who else is there? But outside of Wandale Robinson, who I kind of
I like Wan'Dale Robinson. Trust
there
me.
is
but
nothing there. I mean,
It's
Jalen Hyatt, I think, could still carve out a little deep an MVS role, which only helps only helps Nabers.
Yeah, I don't care.
I do like Daniel Bellinger too.
Nabers can play all over the field. He played all over.
And that's what they're going to do, right?
Yeah, they're going to move him around. Like
has looked really good
He's
in
a
camp,
joker.
too.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Minus a little injury.
I can't wait for Malik Nabers this year. He's going to.
Agreed. I love it too. I'm not as high as you, but 13 is 10 spots higher than ECR.
Do you think the Giants?
I'm at 11.
Where are the Giants in total points scored this year? Like bottom
26.
10,
17 and a half.
Oh, jeez. I have 26. Doesn't matter. I'm looking at 160 targets, dude.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh, I thought you meant total points on the year.
Yeah.
So 17
I'm
total
looking
points.
at, we're looking at 26 to 27 ranked in the NFL. Doesn't matter. Targets, bro. Playing from behind. Targets.
Nabers is going to come out and catch a touchdown in week 1, and he's going to be flying up boards.
All right, next one here. George Pickens is 27 in ECR. Story has him at 12. I have him at 25. Nico has him at 23. So we are actually both higher than ECR.
Sounds like he could be the man of the pod.
He is very high on
Yeah.
George Pickens.
I am.
Why?
Did you see the kid at Georgia?
Oh, I love
Oh,
him.
I mean, outstanding film, right? And he was, as a rookie, he played exceptionally well. He had to deal with, again, a weird quarterback situation, but Russell Wilson has always produced a pretty solid fantasy output with wide receivers, with his number one wide receiver, and there's not any target competition. Pratt Freiermuth is going to get some underneath stuff. There is talk of Brandon Ayuk possibly going there. I think he ends up staying with the 49ers personally. So for me, that's just it's opportunity and it's talent. And the Steelers, Mike Tomlin finds a way to get his players involved. I mean, even when Deontay Johnson was dropping passes left and right, he was catching a million passes.
Right.
Pickens is a big play guy. He can also catch stuff short.
The thing for me is Wilson can still throw a pretty decent deep ball, and
It's going to be Justin Fields. Let's just
is going to get some there. But
And
that's my question.
I knew
If
you were
it
going to
gets
say that.
Fields, where's Pickens now?
You mentioned on the last pod that DJ Moore performed quite admirably with Justin Fields last year. So I have no worry whether it's Fields or Russell Wilson.
Right, next one here, Cooper Kupp. I want to believe. $18. Nick O has him at 8. Ahead of me. I have him at 20. You have him at 23. So we are kind of in line. I was higher. Forever I was higher on him than because he started out at 26. 27, I was like, I love Cooper Kupp. Now, it's getting close.
Yeah, the Puka injury doesn't look like it's that bad, so I ended up moving him down a little bit.
Nick, your floor here,
yeah,
buddy. 8.
Tell us.
The Puka injury is what it is. I don't think that affects Cooper either way. If you watch previous pod, I talked. One of my hot takes is he's going to outscore Puka this year. I think that offense continues to move the ball well in that McVay-led offense. You've got Williams coming back to hold down the running back position, but as a whole, I watched Kupp with the Triple Crown just a couple years ago, and I think he can do it again. I think last year a lot of his struggle was still playing through injury or not fully recovered from it. I think he's fully healthy. Him and Matt Stafford are BFFs. You're going to see that chemistry come back, and he's going to surprise a lot of people and win some leagues.
So clearly your hot takes weren't hot because you actually ranked it as such, which is impressive. I mean, hey, hats off to you, buddy.
Put your money where your mouth is, right?
Where do you have Puka?
10.
Wow.
Okay, you're high in that offense then.
I
So
think
we're both.
I think they're going to throw a
We
ton.
are, and that's the one system that can support 2.
True.
Yeah.
And I like Demarcus Robinson as well there, honestly, where he's going. It's super late. But so we're both kind of in line with where he's going, and I feel like the name, we're probably not going to have him very much because the name value of Cooper Kupp of the previous number 1 overall pick, right? He was in that mold.
Yeah, but recency bias is huge in fantasy.
That's what I'm wondering.
He did last year, I think I'm going to have Cooper everywhere at less than
Yeah, you
where
have
I
him at
have him
8.
ranked
You're
at.
definitely going to have him everywhere. Like,
Where's he
taking
go?
him in the first round, bro.
So-
But what are the ECRs for Puka and for Cooper right now?
Puka, I don't have it. Puka's like 7.
Okay.
And I said Cooper Kupp's at 18.
I have Puka at 13, and I have Kupp at 23. So I'm a little low on Kupp. I'm a little low on both of them. I'm not... yeah.
All right, let's move on. Devontae Adams, ECR 11. I have him at 9. Nico has him at 9. Story down at 21.
Oh, come on.
Whoa.
Listen,
Rough.
I love my man
Still
Devontae
running
Adams.
No, you
some of the
don't.
best routes
You don't like him.
I hate him.
I
I
don't.
heard you literally say before the pod you hated him.
And you ranked him at 21.
Yeah.
So you're taking George Pickens 3 rounds before you're taking Devontae Adams?
Yeah, I absolutely would.
wow.
I think there's plenty.
That's sick.
I
am sick.
We may be drunk,
I think
but this man is on drugs.
I think I saw Adams mentally check out of plenty games this last
That
year.
was Jimmy G. That wasn't Gardner Minshew in the
Gardner
Minshew is a motivational dude. He drives an RV.
The magic of the mustache.
Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew are going to elevate Devontae Adams. This poor guy, he got shipped off.
He also makes $20 million a year.
To Las Vegas.
That's a fun place.
It's fine.
Gamble. You can lose all the money he just got. Like
who'd they just
bag
draft?
hookers?
Who'd they draft?
He can bag hookers legally.
Who'd they just draft?
A hooker.
Bowers.
What do we know about Brock Bowers?
He's going to play the tight end.
Probably the best tight end
wide
prospect
receiver.
of all time.
So he's going to open it up.
He's not going to open up. He's
and
going
our
to.
guy,
He's going
man
to.
of the pod, Michael
Mayer.
Michael Mayer is still playing.
Yeah.
They're putting both of those guys on the field. They're running 2 tight end sets.
21's
now
insane.
on
We
base.
might be a little high on Devontae Adams just based on what we know of the
It's
player.
pure open all the time, man. He gets fed.
Stop
the ball.
swearing, please.
It's the first one.
So, I hate when you swear. You're the only one that can't swear. All right, because I do tend to miss yours because they roll off the tongue so nice.
Right?
Other things roll off the tongue
He's
too.
eloquent.
Eloquence.
Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah.
Get this guy some booze. Next
like a fancy
guy
elephant?
here, Mike Evans. Nick O. ECR's 13 on Mike Evans. Nick O. 11. I am at 18. And Story's at 22. So you're just out on these older receivers.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in trying to recapture the magic with some of these guys. I'd rather be a year too early than a year too late on some of these
Yeah, I've
guys.
seen him catch the touchdowns, and I feel like they're going to keep catching the touchdowns until they don't. It feels I get a warm fuzzy coming out of the draft with all those touchdowns.
I want the next big thing. I want your Olaves, your Wilsons, your Londons. I don't really want guys that, like, yeah, Evans is great, but do we know that Baker's good enough to keep that going year
Evans
after
is
year?
a bit of a roller coaster, too. I'll give you
Yeah, I mean, if you want 2 catches for 28 yards, you're probably going to get that 4 times a year from Evans. So, yeah, I just don't want that.
But you don't ever get it from George Pickens, who doesn't block and gets benched? I'm just saying, dude.
I'm going to take the 2 touchdown games, too, and win the week.
Yeah, I'm not even a Mike Evans guy, but and I'm at 18, so I am actually 5 below ECR, but he is way below ECR.
I'm only 4 spots lower than you.
I know, but I'm also low on him. So
That's fair.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, you can look at a potential bounce back year for Chris Godwin, right?
That's the thing. Back to the slot. McMillan's getting a lot of buzz out of camp. Actually, they never had a third guy there, right? And I love Kate Otten.
We tried
my
to
most drafted guy's an underdog.
Kate
Dude, Kate Otten's a stud. He plays 90%
Rashad
of the
White
snaps.
catches a lot of passes.
I like Godwin back.
All right, well, this is Mike Evans. Everyone knows Mike Evans. Let's move on. DK Metcalf, as I call him. DK Met Bull, my G, my lover. ECR 19. I got him at 12. Nick O at 20. And Story, apparently you didn't realize he's not 30 years old. You have at 27.
Look at that right there, 27.
Why? Why? You love DK Metcalf. I heard you earlier in this year.
I do love DK.
He doesn't love the Seattle
I
offense.
hate the Seattle
I know
offense.
that,
Like
but
I
that's
just
it.
there's
There's
nothing.
a chance you're wrong on that.
There is a chance. There's a small chance that I'm wrong on that. I will admit that.
So you like the Giants' offense significantly more than Seattle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
I'd like to put that on tape.
So, dude, Nabers.
I do like the Giants' offense more than I like Seattle's
Nabers over DK is rough. I'm close. I'm 12 and 13, but like I'm just gonna take the DK as safety.
Okay. Tyler Lockett's still there, right?
Very.
And Jackson Smith and Jigba should take a step forward this year. And one of these guys is catching passes out of the backfield. I don't know. I can't. Geno Smith had an abysmal career. He had one good year 2 years ago, and we saw him regress last year. What makes you think that he's going to recapture the magic here?
You ever seen Hostel?
Hey, buddy.
I did see
I
Hostel.
love hating Geno too. I'm with you. I want to. I really
DK
do.
is such a good player.
He is.
I'm a realist.
The new offensive regime. We've talked about it nauseum with
DK
DK.
is Geno proof.
If you got points for tracking down a safety after an interception,
Okay,
then sure.
Nico, you're at 20. He's at 27. I'm at 12. So you're right in between us. Who are you going to lean towards? 12 or 27 for DK?
Oh, man, it's tough because
We'll
I'm
split the
looking
difference.
at who I got up there, and I'm probably closer to the lower tier because I don't
All
love
right.
Seattle's
We're gonna
offense,
move
but
on here to
Metcalf
Marvin
as a
Harrison.
player.
Sorry, Marvin Harrison Jr. ECR 9. Me and you both have him at 10.
All right.
and you have it 24.
Yep.
Whoa!
So, it's hot, yeah. Even though you had the hot take of he's going to be an RB.
That was a hot takes episode, right?
Right. I'm just saying you had him as a low end wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
You didn't even have him in your hot takes, and now you're telling me you're ranking him at 24.
Ranking him at 24.
That's hotter than anything you had on the hot takes episode.
I know. Right? So why do you hate him so much?
You know, when we were sitting out there and you're like, I got some ones that are going to throw you off your chair. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah.
And then you went to running backs. You had a couple here or there. But this is.
So what's up?
Yeah.
The story's blown away.
Yeah. Why do you hate the Harrison family? They're a dynasty.
I don't. I like
Marvin Harrison actually
I like
senior's a
Marvin.
murderer, but go on.
I like
you mentioned that before.
I like Marvin as a player, but as a whole, I don't expect a lot out of Kyler. My trust issues are with him and with that offense. I just don't see any of them moving the ball very much. There's not a lot of other weapons there. I'll give you that. You've got McBride, who I think there's a world where he's the leading receiver on that offense, unfortunately, for Arizona. And I think Connor bangs out quite a few games. When he's healthy, he gets a lot of the work. I don't know that Harrison is the electric, elite, generational talent that everybody's making him out to be. I don't know that he's much better than Nabers. And when it comes to the rookies on offenses that I'm not in love with, I'm going to put him lower, and I'm willing to just miss on those guys the first year in redraft leagues. Dynasty's a whole nother animal, obviously.
Well, you're definitely going to whiff on that one because you're not going to own. You're not going to sniff 2 rounds of that dude.
No. I'm not.
Who's going to catch the ball there? Greg
Michael
Dortch?
Wilson.
Yes, Dortch.
I do like Dortch. I think
Dortch
we're
is
both in
underrated.
line. We're both
Yeah.
in line, and
I mean,
I'm not that comfortable doing it.
I'm not either. I
He's
don't
overhyped
think
and
I would
you're
ever
taking him in his
draft
ceiling.
him there.
It's a bad ranking. Then
Yeah, that's why I'm looking.
I would.
That
Let's go.
24 is like.
Again, it's not a hard, fast number. I'm
Yeah.
in tears.
I know,
here.
I get
can
it,
move
like-
that dude up 5, and it's
But
fine.
But the thing is, like, I don't like. I hate Kyler Murray. I hate the Cardinals' offense. But we saw what Kyler Murray did with DeAndre Hopkins, and if Marvin Harrison is everything that he's touted to be, then I need a
He
piece
is.
of that.
The problem's not with him.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on here. Tank Dell, ECR 29. Story, you got him at 20.
Mm.
I got him at 30. Nick, at 39. You were out at Tank Dell.
Why do you hate Tank
I
Dell?
struggled so much with these Houston receivers.
clearly.
And it's not that I'm out on Tank Dell or I hate
Yes,
him.
you're out on Tank
I
Dell.
don't think all 3 of them can do it, and I still believe in Diggs
I
more
do.
than the average person.
I'm not a Nico guy.
Where do you have
I believe
Diggs?
I've got Diggs at 27,
25,
and I've got Nico at 12.
14.
in 39?
Again,
He was
it gets,
electric last year. I know the leg injury, but he seems back.
My
He had
guy
an
Tank.
awesome
and it
touchdown.
seems like he's Stroud's favorite guy. I'm not arguing against Dell, but I struggled to see where all 3 of them are going to be successful.
39 is very, very late.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out on Tank Dell because I have him at 30. I'm 1 spot below ECR. I feel like I'm out on him. And, like, I feel like he's a value.
I mean, I probably am too high on Diggs, all things considered, but
Because they're not all going to hit that.
yeah, well, that's the problem. You got to call your shot, and
And I picked the one that I didn't think was going to hit it, but I could move him up.
That's
7
fine. I
spots.
mean,
I'll be
Now
fine
you can't
taking
do
him.
it anymore. This is on record,
I
bro.
know.
Yeah, it's
But
your
I'm saying
opinion.
That's how tiers work. You can move them in
Stop
that tier,
talking
it's
about
fine.
tiers. It's not a tier show. We did the tiers. All right. I don't know. The upside though of if he comes back healthy, takes a step forward. The guy's an elite separator. He seems to be the number 1 target and at least the most dynamic player there. I'm not a Nico guy, and Stephon Diggs is kind of just I'm not gonna say he's just a guy anymore, but he's much more of just a guy than Tank Dell is at this point, right?
My concern is you don't see Diggs play 100% of the snaps, right? His volume isn't always there. You saw him in the preseason game last week already yelling at Stroud
He's a pouty,
on the sideline.
bro.
Like, I don't love the diva side of him, but I think his talent is still there, and I think he's going to be the one to outshine Dell, but
I mean, this Houston offense should be spectacular this year. I think there's room for.
They're real and they're spectacular.
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
All right, let's move on. Michael Pittman, ECR 21. Nick O, 18. I am 21. And Stories at 28. Why
Yeah.
do you hate Michael Pittman?
I hate possession receivers. I don't really hate possession receivers, but I'm not willing to take a guy that looked okay with Anthony Richardson and looked really good with Gardner Minshew, a guy who really doesn't care and will thw the ball wherever.
so like Devontae Adams is going to do really good with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Dead air.
Could you ease up on the crackers?
Like his efficiency rate went way down last year when he was playing with Anthony Richardson. If you think Anthony Richardson is going to run as much as he should run, then that doesn't leave a whole lot of room. Plus, you have Jonathan Taylor still there. There's just not enough meat on the bone for me to like Pittman as a high-end wide receiver,
But it's
too.
not down to A.D. Mitchell.
Pittman's last 3 seasons, 88 catches, 99 catches, 109 catches. What are you doing?
88 catches, 99 catches, 109.
That's going up.
Yeah, but, I mean, he only had 3.5 games of Anthony Richardson last year. Like,
He did okay in those games.
let me see those games. What are those?
I'm not going into that. He did fine, dude.
Okay, he did
You're
fine,
way too
yeah.
low on him, man. He's safe. And he offers upside.
Might
If
be a little
there's
safe.
That's very,
okay, so this is a roster construction thing, right? Like if you've got some high upside guys, Pittman's probably a guy you want to throw because he should be a steady
All right,
Eddie.
You're talking roster construction. He's talking tiers. This is ranks.
It's all a factor in your ranks, though, and your ranks need to be fluid. And we're given reasons
ranks
why.
Fluids. I just think 28 is too low. And again, I'm running ECR. I'm not the biggest Pittman fan, but
DK
he is
Metcalf
safe with upside.
ranked
That's
above
awful.
him.
It's awful. Chris Olave, his ECR is 12. Story, 8. I'm 11. Nick O, 16. Why do you hate Chris Olave, Nico?
Because I love Rashid Shaheed.
Ooh.
That's why.
I love A.T. Perry.
Yes. It's not a hate thing. Olave is I like him. He's a really good player coming out of Ohio. He has been every year there. He's been a consistent player regardless of who's been back there throwing it to him. I know you've got Kamara who hasn't stepped back, and you've got 7 tight ends there. I don't know that I believe that much in Carr or that offense in a division where you're not going to have to score a ton of points to run with the other players.
The biggest question is, this is half PPR. The biggest question is touchdowns with Chris Olave. He's not a red zone guy, right? He's not really. I don't even know what the hell Chris Olave is, man. I think he's a poor man's Garrett Wilson in terms of talent. We all agree with that.
Yeah, I mean he is an athlete.
Garrett Wilson's a feisty dude that fights for the ball. I don't think I've ever seen Chris Olave fight for a ball. That's a problem.
It's how many plays can you picture in your head like, ooh, Olave made this play? Like to your, I think.
get him?
Oh no, I hit him. He's over there now.
I see him go.
To your defense earlier with Pickens, he's making highlight reel plays every week, right? I can't think of that many times I've seen a highlight reel or a highlight play from Olave, and so if it's not, it just doesn't stand out. Like he's fine, he's a good player, he's safe, he should lead that offense.
So why do you love Chris Olave? You have an 8.
Yeah, I'm looking for him to take the next step. These are, like I said, these young guys that should move to the next level, right? I'd rather be a little early on Olave and have a down season in a couple of places and then miss out on what could be the potential for 10 touchdown season there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
I don't know who else is going to score touchdowns. I literally don't.
Pop Douglas. I love Pop Douglas. We all love Pop Douglas here. You pop for Douglas.
I do like that.
And you have him at 43. We did not rank him. We just did our top 48. So I have him probably around 50, even though I think ECR is, I didn't even write it down, is probably about 60. I love it. I love it. Especially full PPR. This is half, but I love him. Why do you
DeMar Douglas? I'm just, if he catches more than 1 touchdown a year, he's a wide receiver 4. Like that's just a fact. Like that offense is not going to be good, but Drake May should be better for the offense all around, and he's pretty much the only game in town.
You think May starts week 1?
Yeah.
No.
You think it's Brisket?
Oh, 100%.
I'm concerned.
May ain't playing till week 8,
I'm
if at
concerned
all.
That offense is the lowest scoring offense in the NFL is my concern.
But it doesn't matter. Checkdowns.
I know.
Catches.
And that's where you're at. We're full peeper. You love him.
Yeah. Okay. Last guy here. I have no Cooks written down. None of us had Brandon Cooks ranked.
And he got hurt today, didn't he?
Didn't hear that, but
Thought he did.
Let's just go on the assumption he did not get hurt today, and I'll edit it out if he did.
Let me check my stats.
Why do we not have Brandon Cooks inside our top 48? Because
Jake
we all
Ferguson.
love Jake
Jake
Ferguson,
Ferguson.
but that's a tight end, and we love CeeDee Lamb. But the running backs, I love Dowdle, but like, why is a wide receiver 2, especially when it's not like there's a 2 and a 3 that are close. I kind of like Tolbert, but Tolbert's so far gone in terms of rankings and people's talking about him. Why is Cooks not like wide receiver 42 for us?
He left practice with an undisclosed injury today.
You really
That's
want
why.
Pop Douglas and a half PPR over Brandon Cooks?
yeah, I would take.
But Brandon Cooks
yeah.
had 8 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting 8 touchdowns again this year. I'd be surprised if he got 4, honestly. I don't think that Dallas offense is going to be as potent as it was, number one. I don't think so. That defense is going to be better. And they had some really weird games where they got out really early or they got behind really early, and they had to throw the ball a lot. I just don't see it. There's a lot of controversy with the contract situation for Dak, the contract situation for CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee gets locked up. I think Dak, is there enough time to structure a major contract for Dak before the start of the year? I don't know.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, I don't know how it plays out. But as high as I have Dak and CD being my number 1 receiver, and as high as I'm on Ferguson, I need to have Cooks ranked. Like, to your point, like it's I missed. Should have had him in there probably. Probably going to squeeze him in somewhere, but move him up my board for sure.
Where did he end up last year, like overall?
As many passing yards in
that
that
offense? Had to be top 30. He had 8 touchdowns, man. It wasn't bad. It was like 800 yards, 8 tutties, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's
no, he slipped through the cracks. You got me. Good call, Rob.
I mean, I don't know why none of us had him ranked, and I've been on him in like best ball and stuff. I just feel like he should have been on our list because he's not sexy. I know he's got a nice ass, but like he's not like a sexy name. He's been there, done that, but like he is the number 2 there, and like I said, there is no guy threatening him. It's mostly can he stay healthy.
So 35 last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not terrible.
No, but
dude, he's right behind Terry McLaurin.
I know.
Jalen Waddle.
So sad.
Jalen Waddle.
I'm just
was
saying,
hurt
man.
a lot
Like you could give me all these reasons, but
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we gotta
that's
get
right,
out of
that's
here.
right, yeah.
This is a great time. Love these guys. Thank you, Nick Martinez.
Nick M.
Getting the stuff out. You're killing it. Nico, happy birthday to you.
Thank you
Story,
much.
thank you for coming on as always. We love doing it.
And it's been a complete joy.